When movie scenes didn't go as planned. Goldfinger electrocution scene. During the filming of the James Bond film Goldfinger, actor Harold Sakata, who played Oddjob, severely burned his hand in the electrocution scene. Despite this, he was able to continue the scene until the director called cut. Wayne's World Bohemian Rhapsody. Did you know that the iconic headbanging scene in Wayne's World was initially scripted differently? The original script called for Wayne to play Guns N' Roses' Welcome to the Jungle. However, Mike Myers, despite being a newcomer to movie stardom, insisted on Queen's Bohemian Rhapsody being featured in the movie.
I think we'll go with a little Bohemian Rhapsody, gentlemen.
Good call.
Surprisingly, Myers' wish was granted, resulting in the memorable musical scene we know today. Children of Men blood on camera. During one of the long takes in Children of Men, the camera got splattered with fake blood. This occurred on their last chance to film the 6-minute continuous scene, as time was running out. Director Alfonso Cuarón almost ruined days of work by shouting "cut," but the assistant director didn't hear him due to a coinciding explosion. They continued with the shot, which the cinematographer later referred to as a miracle. The Martian accidentally slipped. In The Martian, when Donald Glover's character first concocted his idea to rescue Watney, he accidentally slipped and fell in his office.
Are you alright? It's fine.
This was an unplanned mishap, yet it suited his character so well that director Ridley Scott decided to keep it in. Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. Helicopter scene. Did you know that the helicopter crash in the movie Attack of the Killer Tomatoes was a real accident? During landing, its tail rotor struck the ground, causing the helicopter to spin out of control, roll over, and burst into flames. The pilot and 2 actors inside were pulled to safety. This accident was then incorporated into the scene. Apparently, this unplanned event likely consumed about 80% of the film's budget. The Hateful Eight guitar scene. During the filming of Quentin Tarantino's movie The Hateful Eight, an expensive mistake occurred. Actor Kurt Russell had a scene where he was supposed to smash a guitar to pieces. However, during the scene, the wrong guitar was handed to him. Instead of a prop, he ended up with an expensive antique guitar borrowed from a museum, which he completely destroyed. The Usual Suspects opening.
It was fun.
The opening scene of The Usual Suspects was initially intended to be played seriously. However, Del Toro couldn't stop farting, which resulted in the iconic scene of the cast laughing during the lineup. The entertainment industry has had its share of accidents, mishaps, and even fatalities. One such incident that shook the industry was the tragic and premature death of stunt performer Jack Tyree. During the filming of a stunt scene for The Sword and the Sorcerer, he fell 80 feet and missed the airbag. The beginning of his fatal fall is still included in the movie. American Beauty Flat in the Wall. American Beauty is a suburban drama filled with many shocking scenes. One unplanned moment involved Kevin Spacey's character, who was supposed to smash a dinner plate on the floor. Instead, he impulsively hurled it against the wall. Thora Birch's surprised reaction to this is 100% genuine. Ghostbuster. Dan Aykroyd originally envisioned a movie about ghost-busting time travelers starring his SNL colleagues John Belushi and Eddie Murphy. However, Ghostbusters turned out quite differently. Sadly, Belushi's untimely death led to Bill Murray being cast as the sardonic Peter Venkman, which resulted in a slew of improvised lines.
Prehistoric bitch, how we do things downtown.
During the shoot, a scene where a shelf unexpectedly fell in the library was due to an accident caused by crew members. It could have been a disaster, but Bill Murray transformed it into a comedic moment.
This happened to you before? First time?
Foxcatcher Hole in the Wall. Foxcatcher stars Steve Carell, Channing Tatum, and Mark Ruffalo. All 3 are superb in the film, but Tatum's commitment to his role stands out both mentally and physically. In one scene, Tatum was supposed to smash his head into a mirror. He not only shattered the mirror, but also broke through the drywall behind it, leaving a large hole in the wall. Tatum started bleeding, but was otherwise okay. This incident could have resulted in a horrific on-camera accident if not handled properly. Now, you see Me Jammed Dress. In one of the most captivating scenes in Now You See Me, Isa Fisher's character performs a magic trick in a submerged water cage. She starts to free herself from the chains she is strapped into and swims back to the surface. While filming, her costume got tangled in the chains, inhibiting her ability to escape. As she started to drown, everyone on set thought she was fully committing to the scene. After 3 minutes, she was finally rescued. The footage of her struggle remained in the movie. The Fellowship of the Ring, Aragorn. When Aragorn kicks his helmet in The Fellowship of the Ring, the wails of agony that followed were not originally planned. The actor, Viggo Mortensen, had actually broken 2 of his toes during the final take. In another scene where Lurtz fights with Aragorn, Lurtz throws his dagger directly at Aragorn's face. Initially, the dagger was supposed to miss Aragorn by a good deal, and with the help of a different camera angle, it would appear like a much closer call than it actually was. However, the actor playing Lurtz misjudged his aim, ending up throwing it directly at Viggo's head. Thanks to Viggo's quick reflexes, he was able to deflect the knife. Tora Tora Tora, Run. In the 1970 film Tora Tora Tora, the stunt actors are seen genuinely running for their lives as one of the exploding planes veers out of control towards them. These extras weren't acting, they were actually running for their lives. Thankfully, nobody was harmed, and the stunt turned out to be fantastic. Therefore, director Richard Fleer decided to keep it in the final cut. Harry Potter. One of the most awkward scenes in the Harry Potter movies is when Voldemort asks Draco to approach him for a hug. Draco was originally supposed to walk past the Dark Lord, but Ralph Fiennes, who plays Voldemort, decided to hug actor Tom Felton. The hug scene was not in line with Voldemort's character. He detested physical contact, so him hugging Draco was extremely out of character. Jaws opening scene. During the filming of Jaws, a real shark attacked a shark cage. Spielberg was so impressed with the footage that he decided to incorporate it into the film. In the original script, one of the characters, Matt Hooper, was supposed to be killed by the shark. However, due to the cage being empty in the footage, Spielberg altered the story and allowed Hooper to survive. Thus, the character was spared, driven by the need for continuity. Wonderful Life stumble. In It's a Wonderful Life, Uncle Billy drunkenly stumbles past George and you hear a loud crash off screen, followed by the actor shouting, I'm alright! This crash was actually caused by a crew member knocking over a bunch of props. The crew member feared he would be fired for ruining the shot, but director Frank Capra gave him a bonus for improving the scene. Executive Decision Little Steven Seagal. In the film Executive Decision, Steven Seagal was originally intended to have a larger role. However, due to allegations of spousal abuse surfacing, Kurt Russell refused to work with him. As a result, Seagal's character was killed off early in the project. To compensate for this, John Leguizamo's part was supposedly expanded.